Hey everybody, it's Chris over at Dixieland Farm, and I passed my last test for my online virtual flying school. So, what do you do when you've passed all the tests? You go out and get yourself a treat. So I went ahead and got myself a new graphics card. This is actually the old graphics card, but it looks pretty much just like that. So that way I could have a better experience flying, and I figured why not just show you my setup here, because I also picked up a small monitor. And here is my setup. So this is the small monitor. It's a 12-inch monitor. It's, you know, a TV. But this way I can load up maps and things like that. And then here's the control box, which I have a separate video on that I built myself, and it's custom coded by me, so I can control some of the things inside the flight simulator there. And I also have my yoke that I bought on eBay. Got it for $40 shipped. This normally sells for about $130 or so, but nobody was bidding, and I got it at a good price. And then my throttle quadrant here. Now this yoke actually has for a single engine aircraft, but I fly a lot of dual engine aircrafts like the one I've got up on the screen. So for Christmas, Marissa got me this, and it comes also with switches, which I've set up for lights, and then also the cowling for cooling the aircraft. And then I've got my Thrustmaster pedals down there. So that is my humble setup, and then I've got my ham radio stuff over there, and then the printer. So it can be taken down really quickly. I can take down the yoke and push that to the side, so I can use this as a desk as it's intended. So it's not a full cockpit, and it's never going to be a full cockpit, because that is not what I want to do. I don't want to take over a space all over again. If I was interested in being that immersed, I would be wearing VR goggles, which I am not particularly interested in, because I fly a lot with the maps and I'm doing a lot of stuff. The other thing that I'm a little, I guess, old school is I write down stuff as I'm flying. So if I'm talking to a controller, I'm usually writing down things, and if I had VR on, I don't think I'd be able to handle that. That is my cockpit setup. The video card upgrade. So I went from roughly 30 frames a second to 50 frames a second. So huge jump. For flight sims you only need about 30, but when the weather gets bad, that's when things start going down. So that 30 is the baseline, but when I'm in bad weather, all of a sudden it would start getting down to a critical level. And the critical level is 20. Any frames below 20, the flight simulator flies at half speed, which if you're online flying with people, all of a sudden you are going half the speed that you were supposed to be, which causes problems. So that's why I upgraded the video card, because I did get to that critical line a few times depending on how complicated the aircraft is that I was flying. So that is my setup. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Take care.